Hello and welcome back to One Way Designs 238. This is episode 2 of my new wedding series. Today I have two great, very easy projects for you. The first one are going to be these really nice table numbers. So starting off, I have that wooden plank that comes from the Dollar Tree. It does come 6 in a pack, and this is from the Crafters Square section. What I have done is simply traced it onto my foam core board. And after I've traced it, I'm just going to cut it out. And I always like to cut my foam core using a straight edge as well as my crafting knife. Once my foam core pieces have been cut out, what I'm going to do now is make an allowance space for my dowels to be placed in between the two pieces of wood, which you'll see in just a moment. So you see I have done one along the straight edge, and I'm also going to cut an allowance on the second one on the diagonal, or should I say on the diamond shape, so to speak. So once my allowance areas for my dowels have been cut out and removed, now I'm just going to simply glue the foam core on top of my wooden planks. And again, you guys, these projects are so easy. They are very budget friendly and they're very customizable. So once my foam core board is glued on top of the plank, now I can go ahead and take my craft knife and I can trim away any of the excess foam core board. Now, since these wooden planks, do come in a pack of 6, that means you can get 3 of these table numbers out of one pack, you guys. So now I'm just going to place some glue down in the area where I have made that allowance for my dowel. I am simply going to lay the dowel into that glue, and then I'll just glue the plank on top of it. And of course, wiping away excess glue. Now, if you have any crafty friends, you could even use your bridesmaids, your mother, your soon-to-be mother-in-law, or just some homies, that love to craft. Imagine putting on some music, having some nice little snacks, just to get together and create some really great memories as you prepare for your wedding day. That's how easy this is. Now, once my actual foundation of this project has been completed, now I'm going to go ahead and use some chalk paint. Yes, chalk paint. No, I don't usually use chalk paint, but I have been hearing a lot lately about how chalk paint really gives a great coverage. And I am happy to report that chalk paint really does give a really great coverage on this wood. So what I'm doing is I'm coating both sides of both of these pieces, as well as the sides. I'm not going to paint the dowel because I'm going to cover that with some ribbon later. And you guys, I really like this chalk paint because it does, number one, give a great coverage, and number two, it dries very quickly. Now, mind you, these table numbers, again, they're totally customizable. You can use any color that you would like, any shape that you would like. I'm just giving you the idea. Take the idea and run with it. Make this according to the taste and the style, the theme of your wedding or your event decor. And again, this is not just for amateur brides or DIY brides. This can also be used for those of you who are event planners, wedding planners. You can take these, make these a staple part of your wedding decor when you are setting up events for brides. Once my pieces have been fully painted and are dry, now I am going to go ahead and hand letter what I want, which is my numbers, onto these table numbers. So as you can see, I did show you those stickers. You could use stickers. You could use the vinyl from your Cricut makers. I don't have a Cricut maker, but you can do whatever you feel. Me, again, I'm just going to do a little bit of hand lettering. And I like this chalk paint because, again, it dries quick, gives great coverage, but it also allows me to really draw with a pencil, but then I'm also able to go back and really erase what I don't need. So once my number, which is the number 2, has been drawn out in pencil, I'm just going to go ahead and take this metallic marker from the Dollar Tree, from the Crafter Square section again, and I'm just going to outline it and fill it in. And I'm doing this on both sides. Now, for those of you that may not have a Cricut machine, or you don't want to do the hand lettering, you could also always print off the numbers off of your computer, and you could turn it over onto the back, rub the pencil, scribble the pencil all over the back, and then trace it onto your project and then paint it in or draw it in with this kind of a pen. Again, there are many ways to do this. You could even use a stencil. So once I have done my hand lettering, I'm going to go ahead and take some of this Mod Podge and I'm going to seal it. But here, I'm going to show you another option as to how to put the number onto our, well, we're not going to say card, but onto our plank. So I have simply drawn the number 7 onto the plank. And now I'm just going to take some of these acrylic rhinestones and I'm just going to simply lay them into that Mod Podge. And if that does not work for you, you can always, again, use a fine tip hot glue gun and lay those gems right into the glue. Now, you guys, I want your opinion. Down in the comment section below, please let me know which is your favorite, the hand lettering or using the gemstones or using the Cricut or stencil or painting. Which is your favorite method to do these numbers? And there our number 7 is. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to start decorating. I have this long strip of diamond wrap, and this is going to take 3 rows of the diamond wrap. And what I mean by 3 rows is before I cut it, it's going to be 3 individual rows. And then I'll cut down the side. So what I'm doing is, again, I'm laying a foundation of hot glue. And then I'm just going to place this along the sides of the place card or the number table. Table number. Y'all know what I mean. If you don't really care for the diamond wrap or the diamond mesh, as they call it, you could totally go on Amazon and use any trim that you want to. If you want to purchase from Hobby Lobby, it doesn't matter. Again, make this customizable to however you like it. I'm just giving you an idea. Now, once my sides are trimmed, I'm going to go ahead and bring in this really nice trim that I did find from the Dollar Tree in the Crafters Square section. And it does have its own adhesive on the back, but as always, I'm going to go ahead and lay just a little foundation of hot glue just to be sure that it doesn't go anywhere. And I'm just going to go ahead and trim this on the face of the table number. And at the end of the video, I will show you another way that you could do this. Now, how nice is that? So now to cover this dowel, again, I'm just going to take some ribbon and just simply wrap that dowel. You could do this in silver glittery ribbon like I have, or you could use a beautiful white satin ribbon, which you will see later at the end of the video. You could even just use diamond wrap. And I did do on the back of this particular card or table number, I did it in black just to show you that it doesn't have to be in silver and it does not have to be in the diamonds. So on to project number 2. I have found this nice little wood piece at the Dollar Tree. What I have done is taken the piece of paper, which is inside of that heart, I have turned it over onto the back side, which is the blank side. And now I'm just going to secure it, as you see, with a bit of hot glue on the back. And again, I'm taking my chalk paint and I am going to go ahead and paint this entire piece, the top and all sides, and some on the back as well. Once that has been dried, and y'all see my fur baby, that's my little kitty in the background. What I'm doing is I'm going to use a generous amount of hot glue to go ahead and start filling this heart in. And once I have gotten the edges pretty well filled in, I'm going to take some of this Christmas filler that I purchased from Hobby Lobby during the holiday season. And this is really going to give a bright sparkle and a bright shine. So once I have put this into the hot glue, I'm going to go ahead and press it into that glue to be sure that the majority of it is stuck down into that glue. And any overage that you have that is on the outside of the outline of the heart, I'm just going to go ahead and push that back into it. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to fill in the rest of this heart with the glue and repeat the process. Now, I do want to say that this particular filler that I'm using to fill in this heart, this is the same material as when you go to Hobby Lobby and you go to the paper section and you buy those silver strips that have the adhesive on the back. This is the same exact thing that they use on those strips. So when the holiday season comes, Get this, purchase it. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So now my heart is filled in, and now it's time to decorate. I have these rubber transfers, which are from the Dollar Tree, which I totally have fallen in love with. I just simply cut them all out. And now I'm going to go around the perimeter of this picture, or this piece, excuse me. And you guys, again, if you cannot find these rubber transfers, you can hand letter them, or you can skip this altogether and trim it in whatever you would like. But for me, this is what I chose to do. If you have a Cricut maker and you would like to use it, go for it. For me, there is something about using these rubber transfers that is like therapeutic. I don't know how to explain it, but I just enjoy doing it. Now, just a couple of pointers about using these rubber transfers. Be careful when you place them to be sure to hold the transfer down until you are finished doing the rubbing part of it. Because if not, it will move. So there you see my letters are all the way around. And I absolutely love these because they're easy to use, y'all. Anybody can use them. So again, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to hand letter Mr. and Mrs. When you are hand lettering, I will tell you, it is very important that you take your time when you are sketching the letters out, and it is very important that you take your time when you are filling it in with your marker or your pen or calligraphy pen. Now, this sign here can totally be used on a sweetheart table. Of course, you know that's where the bride and groom are sitting during the reception. It can be used on the treat table, the cake table, anywhere you would like to use this. Instead of using the Mr. and Mrs., you could totally put the word gifts on it. Even if you wanted to use these on your buffet table to put like chicken or beef stroganoff or a salad, you know, whatever you're having on your menu. Totally, the limits are, there is no limit. So again, I wanted you to see, this is sped up, but I wanted you to see how I am just taking my time. And what I do like about hand lettering is totally customizable and is like free. I didn't have to purchase anything other than the pen, which was $1. And I can customize the font that I would like. And you will notice that I am going over the letters about 2 to 3 times just to be sure that they're nice and bold, and also that they are a bit thicker so that they can be seen. So once everything has been done, my letters have been placed, you can go ahead and seal this with a bit of Mod Podge if you would like to. I chose not to this time, but you can if you wanted to have that glossy appearance. So just to take this a step further, again, you don't have to, but I'm going to take a single strand of my diamond wrap and just go ahead and outline the heart. Now, to create this piece, or to create the stand, I'm just going to take one of those mini easels that come from the Crafters Square section again, and I'm just going to mount it with hot glue on top of it. And with the sign itself, well, the wooden plank that is, the easel, which I'm about to glue the sign on top of, this is like a total of $2.50 to make, because again, those rubber transfers, I only used about a half of a sheet of those rubber transfers. So to make this, it was really very inexpensive. If you wanted to do this for every table, again, get some of your homegirls, get some of your crafting homies, get some of your bridesmaids, crafting friends, get some a nice movie to watch, some snacks, and have a good time doing this. It really creates some great memories for your wedding day. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you everything together. So here are my table numbers. This is the first one that I did. All I simply did with this one was I took some styrofoam and I glued it to a piece of foam core board and glued it to one of the candle holders, and then placed some flowers in it and placed the table number right on top. For this one, I just took this bucket, which I have totally glammed out. That's in another video that I have done. Placed some flowers in there, and I placed my number down on the inside. These can be used as centerpieces, so you know this can like totally kill two birds with one stone. You got your table number as well as your centerpiece. I think these turned out really, really nice. You can do these in any color, any flower that you like. I think it's absolutely perfect. Moving on to DIY number 2. Here is this beautiful sign. I couldn't be more pleased with this. When I tell you that filler on the inside of that heart just totally sparkles, it's just awesome. The hand lettering, I love it because it's my penmanship, and it could be your penmanship. It just takes a little bit of practice, you guys. So this is what I have for you today. These beautiful table numbers, as well as this beautiful piece of art. It can be used again on your cake table, your head table, your sweetheart table, the buffet, anywhere. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Please let me know down in the comment section what you think. If there are any other wedding ideas that you would like to see, please let me know. As always, my prayer for you is that you stay healthy and stay blessed. Until next time, be blessed.